What's an underrated part of the human body? The butthole. Not only is it responsible for evacuating all solid waste from your body, it can mostly do so on command, so you can usually choose the time and place you want to release your bowels. It also harbors good bacteria to keep out the bad bacteria. It's actually an incredibly important part of health, as it regulates the end product of the nutrition that is essential for life. Ask anyone who's had to have theirs removed or rested after colon surgery and shot through a surgical hole in their abdomen into a colostomy bag how important your butthole is. Respect the butthole. Back. Not just your spine, not just your lower whole thing. Muscles, connective tissues and all. Literally half of your body is pretty much hanging off of your back. In essence, if you injure your back, you compromise the stability of half of your body. You can screw up your back permanently with one traumatic injury. Even worse, you can screw it up over a long period of time, and not realize you've been doing so until it's too late. You can have pain that can only be managed with opioids, and easily spiral into addiction. Also, chiropractors are full of shit. Strangely enough, the brain is simultaneously the most underrated and overrated part of the body. Underrated because I believe we are capable of so much more, and I think the brain is the key to unlimited potential we can't even dream of yet. Overrated because human beings are beyond arrogant and naive to think we know a lot when we really don't. True, we know more than we did centuries ago and more than most other life forms on Earth. But that is the limit to our scope of understanding things. Forehead. I've boxed 20 years but it's still my go-to move. If someone starts on me in a pub I'm half scoused, so I guess I headbutt like it's Harrier digs or a bird makes a nest. It's a great place to strap a light source or similar. It's used a lot in converting non-verbal language, from frowning to hitting it to convey boredom or frustration. Heads are usually considered weak, especially in humans, but the forehead is a useful slab of bone. The sinus. Completely unnoticed, but oh my god, do you miss it when it doesn't work properly. COVID has fucked up my sinus good. I can still smell, but I'm in constant three-chin pain behind my nose and eyes from an inflamed sinus that doesn't go away no matter what I do. The thymus gland. It's responsible for creating and testing your T cells. T cells are gnarly attack cells in your immune system. They absolutely wreck shit. Radiolab has an absolutely fascinating episode on the function of the thymus gland and how it works. Hair. We always try to make it look nice and get super frustrated when it looks like crap. But it really does help us stay a bit warmer in the winter. And for guys especially, we take advantage of it and don't understand its worth until it starts falling out. Apparently places we've injured, so, I broke my finger and tore something, so I miss a finger. It really is annoying when it hurts every time you basically do something. The things you can't do when you lack the fingers are crazy. Your gut for sure. If you have a healthy gut, you'll have minimal health issues. Because if you have good gut health, it means your diet is on point, you are fit and are sleeping efficiently as well. My nacha, also referred to as attainment. When something looks super painful, my nacha lets me know, like a spidey sense. Also, after I pee, I push on my nacha to clear the pipe, so no pee dribble. Teeth. And related dentistry. It's amazing to think about how badly our ancestors suffered with rotten and broken teeth for tens of thousands of years before proper dentistry was developed. The spinal erectors, keeping you upright, help you stabilize to carry loads, is the center point of the back. Lateral trap muscles, provides extra cushioning when you fall on your back. The foreskin. Cause after babies are mutilated they will never know what it's worth, so Christians just assume they're worthless cause it justifies their weird habit of mutilating babies. Person shrugging. I think fingers are underrated cause people use them but don't credit them cause sure the brain tells us to use to grab stuff, but without fingers that task is now significantly harder. The adrenal glands. They produce hormones such as cortisol, aldosterone and adrenaline which regulate metabolism, blood pressure and your body's response to stress. Definitely the nose. The amount of times I've underappreciated breathing normally until I have a stuffed nose and alls I want us to be able to breathe normally. The mouth. Some people have realized how useful it is and managed to change the world, others use it to yell "I want the manager" at the top of their lungs. Bartholin's glands. They are what lubricates the female reproductive tract, and if they aren't functioning well you thought shower sex is bad. Stomach and digestive health. People take gut health for granted and eat absolutely anything. If only they knew its influence. The elbow. No nerve endings in the skin and a sharp striking surface good for defense. Know your body. The elbow is underrated. I'd give it's underrated but isn't crazy. We got bones that defend our fatal parts. Like ribs for heart. and skull for brain, fingernails. Used for opening lots of caps and ripping open packets and piercing the skin of oranges to peel them easily. Currently dealing with a shoulder injury, I really appreciate how much work my tendons put in. Also, getting old sucks. The scapula and clavicle, its musculature and ligaments. Literally holds your arms to your thorax. Pinky. Commonish fact: the pinky makes up about 30 of our grip strength. Try to grab a cup without your pinky. Cochlea in your ears, this part helps you maintain balance. Otherwise you would have continuous vertigo. The pinky toe. It's vital for us to balance, and it is excellent at finding sharp corners in the dark. Toes. I know it sounds weird, but I don't think any of us can walk with balance without our toes. Your thumbs. Without them life is hard as hell, but we never seem to pay much attention to them. My thyroid. Despite the fact I've only half of it, it works well above average for full organ. Big toe. Without them you lose all your balance, it honestly does a lot of work for you. Appendix. Who doesn't love the appendix? I mean, think about all that it does. 1. Explodes. Toes. Imagine walking without toes. X200B. Also liver, kidneys. You need those to live. The sigmoid colon, it deals with most of your shit. Sometimes I feel like a sigmoid colon. Ears, how they are designed flexible from outside, yet another membrane to keep water out. Collarbones, makes strong people look stronger and someone delicate look even more so. The coccyx. You never really appreciate it until you injure it even a little bit. That kangaroo belly pouch that women get. No idea what it is, but it's very lovely. In terms of attractiveness, the bit that curves from shoulder to neck. Seriously. Hamstring muscles. Not only do they sound delicious, but vital for good running. With the somewhat recent revelations regarding gut flora, I'd say the appendix. The lymph system puts in work. It's rarely ever looked at, but it's so essential. You never really think about how terrible your life would be without a butthole. Pinky toe never gets appreciated by anyone. Amazing furniture detector. My willy. It's had lots of complaints, but it's always satisfied me. Eyes are kinda cool with the pupil being able to expand and stuff. Maybe a fetish thing, but the backs of people's upper arms are great. Rear delt muscles, they can fix your posture when they're trained. Elbows. They work great and don't fall apart as easily as knees. The pinky. It's the perfect size for almost every hole you have. Forehead. Without a forehead there'd be no space for the brain. The other side of your elbow, whatever that place is called. The brain, considering the amount of times it's overthinking. Imagine if our asses had no crack. Just a hole. So unsexy. The appendix, it doesn't get the recognition it deserves. Kidneys. Why do people want to sell it for iPhones? The inside of our butt cheeks. The shit they've seen. The big toe stub, but you'll find how useful it is.